Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about the locker room. We'll touch upon that. I'm sure Phil 12 will talk about that tomorrow as more news comes up, if it does. Texas A&M. I got to be honest. I don't think I've ever read an article like this in college football. Right? 3 players in the middle of a losing streak, all freshmen, violated team rules. My understanding, tell me if I'm off on this, was that they were doing something in the locker room pregame. Right? We on the same page?
Word on the street is down. I'll say it. Hell, Yogi. Word on the street is down here in Houston. They were smoking dope in the damn locker room before the game.
Okay.
I'm guessing by the look on your face, that's what you heard as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at ESPN.com and like it's not saying those words, which I'm sure they're very specifically not saying certain things like that. But yeah, you go on social media and that's what it seemingly has come up. That's amazing to me. Like, how many locker rooms have every player on that team been in their athletic lives? I mean, there's certain things you just can't do in a locker room, in a classroom. And I don't get, you can't do them. Yeah. My mind was blown when I saw that. What do we think? Do we think, like, in what world do you think that's okay?
I'll tell you where. Jimbo Fisher, College Station, Texas A&M, right? I mean, look, man, look, just look at their receiver room, their wide receiver room over the last handful of years since Jimbo Fisher's been there. Demas was a receiver that was a 5-star, that was a 6'5", 6'6", could stand flat-footed and do a backflip, was an absolute monster. He goes up there, gets in trouble with the law 2 times. Boom, he ends up getting transferred out of there. Say what you want about Aniyah Smith this past offseason, the night before leaving to go to SEC Media Days, gets pulled over with a gun and weed and whatever in his car as a team captain, right? That ended up getting dismissed, but let's be honest, that's another wide receiver. And now you look at it before the Miami game, you got Evan Stewart, a freshman, and the Marshall kid, a freshman, along with the Harris kid that's a freshman defensive back. But I'm talking wide receivers right now. Those 2 freshmen both get they have to sit out the Miami game before they play number 13 in the country after the App State loss at the time, right? And now you fast forward 3 weeks later, and you've got one of the receivers, Marshall, one of the same kids that's already been suspended once this season. Not only is he getting suspended and having to miss another game, reports are speculation that they were literally smoking dope in the locker room before a game. Now, that's one position group now. That's one position group. And about the Demas thing was a year and a half ago. So that's a little bit removed. But when it's all said and done, man, anybody on the inside up there at A&M, I mean, Jimbo Fisher is you either coaching it or you're allowing it. And right now, he is in a position where these kids are doing whatever the hell they want to do, whenever they want to do it. And this, I'm with you, Yogi. This is the damnedest thing I've ever heard. If reports are true that was going on in the locker room before a ball game, who gives a damn if you went out there and got your ass whooped by South Carolina? But it's happening in a locker room before a ball game. Jimbo Fisher has lost all control of that program. And again, another one of those organizations, another one of them programs that all them 5 stars in that record-setting recruiting class last year, it ain't like the old days, Jimbo. Them boys can bounce in a hurry now.
Hack, 30 seconds. Go.
Yeah, listen, I think Clint said it. To me, it starts at the top. You can't say much about it. It starts at the top. That stuff wouldn't fly in a Nick Saban locker room. That stuff wouldn't fly in a Dabo Swinney locker room. And that's what Jimbo's been tasked with becoming, and he hasn't gotten there. And there's a lot of angry A&M folk who are gonna be forking some money up to get his buyout paid at the end of the year.